I went in on a hang and hunt mission yesterday. Dean and Kane were up on the hill on a ground perch ambush. And I don't know if it switched up the mojo a little bit, but the one camera that we've been waiting to fire up fired up last night, big time, and a new buck was on. And actually, a buck that we know from last year, we were trying to hunt a little bit towards the end of the week last year, showed back up. He's in full velvet. And where I'm at, down on the bottom side of the field, I don't know that he's coming from that way. He's hitting that trail camera, but I don't know that he's coming from that way. So we're gonna go probably 3, maybe even 400 yards up the hill, hang another stand. Dean's gonna be able to overlook this massive lake and slough to see if he gets up down there. Number one, for obviously a vantage mission, but number two, if he gets up early and he comes to our tree row, Dean could be just as in the chips. In fact, I think there's a better opportunity to kill him tonight where we're going to hang the stand right now. So we were just kind of, deliberating at the lodge, and we came up with this plan, and it makes me feel good. We're going at him from 2 different angles. We're ambushing from 2 different angles. We're going to be far apart, but if he comes in from either, which is really the only 2 ways that logically he should, we'll be there. Both of us. Both of them. We're zeroing in on the kill. Got these XOPs set up with the deluxe straps on them. Got the J hooks in there to hold the sticks. These things are, honestly, they're unreal, these setups. Whether you're packing in, honestly, to hang the stand with all your hunting gear, or you're just slipping in, hanging the stand, and then coming back to hunt. Either way, they're so good to be mobile, honestly, unreal. And like I could barrel roll down this hill, and you're not going to hear any clanking from this tree stand. So, good stuff. Kid is the master of psychoanalyzation of the whitetails, but to his credit, look at the beans. They're all yellow. This whole strip of beans turned yellow within the last couple days, but the irrigation for this corn swings out and waters this little back corner. But when you look at the beans, they are browsed on like crazy. Probably the craziest browse that I've seen on the trip. I mean, all the tops are taken off of these things. All of them. But especially right now, when all the other beans are yellow, these are green, we're going to put a trail camera right on one of these holes. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of scat. Yeah, I just check a spot out. These deer will be in the craziest places here in North Dakota. But there's corn right there. There's 2 irrigation systems that come together right here. So the middle of it is beans. It pinches together. And then, I don't know, this is just a nice corner down here in the corner of the beans and the corn to be in. They got bedding area. and they must like hanging out under this tower right here because there's deer crap in the front. The beans are just totally browsed right here. I don't know, something's here, but it's worth giving it a shot. I agree. Night 4, is it night 4? Night 4. Wow. Night 4 already. We're doing a, what do we call this? Like the TNB special. I mean, when we were growing up, when Dave and I were growing up, we used to sit like anywhere from 40 yards to 80 to 100 yards apart frequently, because like when I was really young, you know, I knew I wanted to walk in the woods with somebody, so Dave would drop me off at my stand, and then he'd go like, whatever, 60, 80 yards farther, and we'd always be seeing the same deer. They'd be smelling us, we'd be flinging arrows. But that's where T&B, that's where Tag and Brag all started, is the 60 to 80 yards apart hunt. Now that's not what we're doing tonight, but we are like a couple hundred yards apart, and it feels like that because North Dakota is just so big and vast. We're in the same tree row, so we're giving them the Tag and Brag special. They don't know what's coming. They don't. So this nice 9-point that we haven't named, what's his name? Cheech? We don't really know, but hi! You alright? We don't really know, but we're gonna give him something he's never seen before. That's what we're gonna give him. So it's a hot night, but it always cools down that last hour, the golden hour, and there might be a laser show coming out of the tree row.
He's Cheech. Chong died last year. He's Cheech.
Although he, you know, he was roaming around with Jupiter. You could name him another planet if you wanted to, but Jupiter's gone. Jupiter lost orbit, so
where in the galaxy he is, we don't know. But rest in peace.
Rest in peace. If you are floating about the Milky Way, we hope you resume our gravitational pull and re-engage in orbit. But for now, Cheech is one of our moons.
Cheecher.
Here, let's go.
Let's go, Cheech.
Hold tight to that shoulder. Let it rip, cuz. Good luck. Let's go, baby. It's hot out here today, I can tell you that. But we ain't taking the day off. This is probably the shortest walk I'll have to a tree stand out in North Dakota. Only got about 200 yards. Normally we're walking half mile. But this is like the only place to park over here. Dip it down that hill and try to get it out of the way, otherwise I just gotta walk through too much deer area in the dark. What's happening is currently I'm a little salty because my fluid head just broke. I don't know what happened. Well, I know what happened. The outermost layer of rivets within the fluid head that screws on to the tree arm like stripped as I was screwing it on there. I mean, no idea how, why, what the frick, but now it literally just spins. It doesn't even try and grab it. Or I'm trying to get the post out more, but Jesus. Shit, you see that thing almost hit me? But the big washer that screws on is like rusted onto my fluid head a little, and I cannot break it free. Because if I could break that free, I could give it the post a little more length. I think it would get up in there, but I can't break it free. So right now I'm running all GoPros in this second angle. And when I can, I'll get footage with the main camera from afar. But as he's approaching, if it's him approaching, then I'm gonna have to grab my bow and rely on everything else, all my other cameras. That's why you bring 16 of these frickin' things to the woods. But it's annoying with all the work that we do and all the time. And now my main camera is sitting in the frickin' bag. But small bumps in the road, we gonna make it work. I can tell you that much. We are gonna make it work. And Dino's up the hill, so maybe I'm just meant to be here tonight and enjoy. Such a pretty spot I'm sitting in here. This guy's doing. We got a guy cutting service roads and hay in random spots. Of course he's got to do it right now. But it's all in the area that the deer normally come from, so I don't know what tonight is going to be like with that. But we'll see. Some of these deer are pretty used to farming too, so they might not care, but we'll see. Such a pretty spot. I can see so far in all directions. What I'm trying to do, David's down the tree row that way, trying to overlook all that lowland down there. We think it's one area where this particular buck might be bedding. If he's down there, you would think I would see him if he's up in daylight, so that's my goal tonight. There's also a chance that deer could come up this tree row in front of me, and if they do, they're going to pop out at about 30 yards, so I can be ready. We just had Farmer Fran come and mow the road. Took him about an hour. Glad that he actually came in. There was a time to do it while we were in here, and I guess that was it. But he cut the whole road. I'm hoping that he's done. It's like 7:30, I think. Almost 7:30. See the tree row. Hopefully he's done and the machinery quiets down. It's Labor Day today. Labor Day. This is when the laborers get their days off. Not a farmer though. That's not how they roll. Well, another night down. I got a couple minutes left, but if nothing happens, we'll be at night 4 or night 5, and the next 2 nights are going to be very warm, as was tonight. But so we're going to have to hope and pray that there's movement. was filming.